New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. George C. was a senior vice president at Sonar Interactive Entertainment who had worked in engineering and on PlayStation stores since 2013. He has now been since terminated from that position after he reportedly appeared over the weekend in a video sting operation. People versus Preds, a vigilante group who attempted to catch and then make public men who allegedly engage in illegal activities, posted this video online during this weekend. They claimed that they had impersonated a 15-year-old and made contact with George C. online, who had then invited them over to his home. People versus Prez then claims that they had conversations with the man they allege is George C., who was using the alias Jeff on the dating site Grindr. And after discussing and agreed to meet at George's home, the video then begins with a member of the group approaching the home and greeting the man by the name Jeff, who opens the door wearing a PS5 t-shirt before having the door closed in their faces after revealing the purpose for their filming. While the video on its own shows no crimes being committed and cannot confirm George C's identity, People vs. Prez also posted a number of screenshots that they say detailed the arrangements for the encounter, which include an alleged selfie of George C wearing the same t-shirt that Jeff is wearing in the video. CNET now reports that the senior vice president has since been fired, with a Sony representative saying that in a statement, quote, "We are aware of the situation and the employee in question has been terminated from employment." Meanwhile, a representative from People vs. Preds tells Kotaku that the reason this information was released publicly rather than handled directly to authorities was that, quote, "the police department doesn't work with cyber groups like us. That's when the internet takes over." However, they also say that the evidence has been turned over to authorities. I tried to tell people before, I tried to tell a lot of parents, like, yo, stop sitting up here thinking it's all safe out here. You got people like this. Now, note, he works for PlayStation. Just off of the basis of that, he could potentially get into contact with many of individuals, right? He has a position he can just lead on. It's like, oh, I work for PlayStation. Uh, I can get you a PS5 and all of this other type of like nonsense. Like he can say a whole bunch of stuff in order just to, get a conversation going and to start the process. And thanks to this group that is out there doing their due diligence and doing their work, they just potentially stopped him from meeting up with somebody that he wasn't even supposed to be meeting up with. He went on an app, he specifically used an app, used an alias on that app, and was specifically seeking a certain age on that app. And like I said before, it's amazing to me that, dealing with this whole conversation, that certain people don't want to call a lot of this stuff out, but I'm gonna digress and I'm gonna leave it where it is, right? Because people want to start getting offended and feeling a certain type of way when you start trying to push or point blame in a certain direction, and people don't like that. They want to consider that a certain type of thing. But like I said before, you got a lot of individuals like this who have money, who are in high positions, and they exist in every single facet in society, no matter what job you look at. You got people like him that are there, and they are actively seeking and actively going after specific people like he just was. There's no excuse for it. There's no, oh, I didn't know. Like I said, watch a lot of Chris Hansen. Watch a lot of Chris Hansen. You'll see the same lame excuses. Oh, I couldn't see my glasses. I really didn't. I got a scratch on my cornea. I didn't have the right prescription. I was drinking coffee and looking down at the same time, and I just replied, and I must have obviously skipped over it. Right? They always sit up to say, "Oh, if I would have known that, then I would not have, gone forward with anything, because that's crazy. Like I said, go watch a lot of Chris Hansen. You will see a lot of dudes like him that will give a lot of ridiculous excuses as to why it is that they decided to commit to such an action. And roughly all of them, 90% of the times, all of them look like, as his alias said, Jeff. But yet people don't want to call this out. People don't want to say nothing about this. The global minority, who is the majority on the face of North America, they never want to talk about this though. They never really want to put a spotlight on us, because case in point, think about it. Why have we not had another TV show within a recent decade that mirrors the same exact thing that Chris Hansen did? Why is that? Like I said, that was a good thing that was taking place. But obviously, a lot of things get stopped, because once you start sitting up there, shaking a tree, you're going to be sitting up there shaking something that don't want to come down. You're going to shake something that don't want to be moved. Like I said, I keep telling people this is a lot bigger than what people actually think it is. These are just some of the small people that you're looking at. There are larger players in this game, and people just don't even understand it. But like I said before, parents, y'all need to sit up there and talk to your kids. You need to make sure that they are not on a lot of these different apps, or if they are on social media apps, you need to have conversations letting them know, like, yo, you got certain people who are going to portray themselves to be something else that they're not. And, this is who they're going to be. They're going to specifically target you because they know that they can, because they know that, in a sense, because of your age, you're ignorant of the world. You're ignorant of, certain things. You're ignorant of, adults trying to lead you into certain situations and into certain things that you necessarily shouldn't be into or doing at this moment in time. But like I said before, it gets to the point where you keep doing videos like this and you feel like you're just talking to a brick wall. But, it is what it is. Let's just hope that people, at least some people out there, will heed my word and they'll talk to their kids, so stories like this won't end up actually being, your kids. I won't have to do a story, read an article about your kids, or anything like that. But anyways, like I said, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.